What's going on YouTube? It's your boy camATL. Shout out to the DFS squad. Shout out to everybody watching this video right now. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you comment anything down in the comment section and enter your name into that $50 giveaway that I do every single week on this channel. Speaking of the $50 giveaway, scroll down to the comment section and see who the winner is for last week's $50 giveaway. I will be commenting that as soon as I am done recording and posting this video. I will be typing the winner of that down in the comment section. All right? Now, I've been getting a lot of people hitting me up on Twitter asking if I can talk about my favorite guys I like on Fanduel as well in my videos. So at the end of this video, most likely I won't be doing this every single day, but today for sure, I'm going to go ahead after I'm done talking about my DK high five, the guys I love, and then we talk about the home run predictions. At the end of the video, I'm going to talk about the guys I like over on Fanduel. So stay tuned for that. Drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel, and let's go ahead and get straight into this. Greenlightdfs.com. Join the squad. Let's get it. Starting off at pitcher. Chris Paddack at 10-2 is by far and away my favorite option at pitcher on this slate. He's at home in San Diego going against a bad Baltimore team. Now, the Baltimore offense did pretty damn well in their trip to LA, but they're still not a good offense, okay? And this is in San Diego, a very pitcher-friendly ballpark. Paddack has been pitching very well, and at 10-2, he is definitely my top pitcher on this slate. Now, with a game in course and two heavy-hitting offenses in course with Colorado and Los Angeles, you're definitely going to want to save a little money at SP2. And Jamie Baria, not sure exactly how I say his name, but Jamie at 7-2 is the guy that I like as my cheap pitcher. Going against a bad offense in Detroit, at home in LA. LA should give him plenty of run support against Zimmerman. I definitely like Jamie here at 7-2 as a cheap pitching option against the bad Detroit Tigers offense that strikes out a ton. All right, this dude's not a super stud or nothing, but I can definitely see 15 plus here in a great plus matchup against Detroit, and most likely the W as well, with the Angels giving him plenty of run support. All right. Now, for the batters, they're all in the outfield. Justin Upton, Josh Van Meter, and A.J. Pollock. Justin Upton's only 4,000, going against a horrible pitcher in Jordan Zimmerman, who gives up a huge fly ball rate, which in turn leads to a lot of home runs. So Justin Verlander's already a reverse split guy. He hits righties better than he does lefties. He mashes righties, and he's going against Zimmerman, who gives up a ton of hard contact and that fly ball rate, like I mentioned. It's just a perfect scenario for him, okay? I love a bunch of Angels in this one on top of my bats that I love in course. Next up, a cheap bat that I like he's been hitting the ball very, very well lately. Josh Van Meter, lefty-righty against Lyles. Now, Lyles is a solid pitcher versus right-handed bats, but he's been struggling big time versus lefties. Josh Van Meter is a guy that can take advantage of that. I love Van Meter here at 3-7. Last but not least, A.J. Pollock. Is one of the better priced guys in this course game, and I definitely will have some good exposure to him. To have my bat, it's a bat that you're getting in course, a very hitter-friendly situation, and he actually hits righties very, very well. So at 4-4, gives us exposure to that game. A lot of these bats in this game are ridiculously high-priced, so A.J. Pollock gives us one of those guys at a cheap price. Verdugo is also right around this range that I'm okay with as well with the lefty-righty matchup. All right? And that's it. Chris Paddack, Jamie, I'm not going to say it, Justin Upton, Josh Van Meter, and A.J. Pollock is the high five. Real quick before I get out, I want to talk about other guys. So Patrick Corbin's the highest price guy on this slate. I don't love him because he's going against an Atlanta team that is pesky and does not strike out much. Caleb Smith has been an amazing pitcher this year, really showing up. Last year, he had a great year as well, but this year he's been on another level. He's at home in Miami, a very pitcher-friendly ballpark, going against Arizona. I just don't see enough of a difference between him and Paddack to spend that extra $400, especially when every little dollar is needed with this game in course. Some other guys that I could be interested in is Dallas Keuchel is fairly interesting. He had an amazing outing last outing. He's been pitching very, very solid lately. At 8-8, he should be okay, but he's not a great option. He's just okay. By no means do I encourage you to play Maeda or John Gray. Jimmy Yuccobonis is not a good pitcher at all. I know the matchup is in San Diego. It's a pitcher-friendly ballpark, but I kind of see San Diego being a good team to get some exposure to in GPPs. And last but not least, I talked about liking Van Meter, but Jordan Lyles does have a very solid K rate versus righties. If he can somehow get past these lefties and do okay versus them, he could have a solid outing at 6-2. And that's about it, guys. All right? So let's go ahead and get into our home run predictions. Now, as always, these guys could be on any slate. I'm going to mention every player who's playing. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. So my number one home run guy of the day has got to be Cody Bellinger. Lefty-righty matchup against John Gray in Coors. That's just lovely. Mike Trout is also the best player in all of baseball, and I'm expecting him to hit one as well against Zimmerman. Eugenio Suarez is an interesting play here against Jordan Lyles because Lyles is solid versus righties. A lot of people might sleep on this, but Suarez is a great option to play here at home in Cincinnati. It's definitely a good play for Suarez. I think he's got the power to be able to knock one out, and he could be a low-owned option as well. Justin Upton, have him in the high five. Absolutely love him. Shohei Ohtani against Zimmerman. I love a lot of these Angels as well. Max Muncy, Charlie Blackmon, Jock Peterson, all from that Coors game. Josh Donaldson going against lefty Patrick Corbin. Throughout his entire career, Donaldson has proven that he mashes lefties. Ronald Acuna also mashes lefties. I like him against Corbin. Soler, you guys know how much I love Soler going against Pannone. Not a very good pitcher at all. I think Soler can get one as well. Hunter Renfroe is also a good option against this Baltimore pitcher and the bullpen, who is atrocious. Some other guys, David Dahl I like a lot. Lefty-righty against Maeda, also in the Coors game. Cole Calhoun, lefty-righty against Jordan Zimmerman, like for a home run there as well. Derek Dietrich, lefty-righty against Lyles. I talked about Lyles struggling versus lefties. Dietrich is a very solid option here. A.J. Pollock in the high five. Got to do it. And last but not least, I want to mention one more guy, and that's Anthony Rendon against Dallas Keuchel. Keuchel's been pitching pretty solid this year, but Rendon smashes lefties. He's at home in Washington, so I definitely can see him hitting a dinger. And that's it, guys, for the high five in the home run predictions for DraftKings. Now, let's go ahead and take a look over at Fanduel. All right, guys, as you can see on the screen, I have my Fanduel guys that I love up on the screen. Chris Paddock is too cheap over here at 8-9. Scoring for pitching is so important. Getting your pitching right is very important over here. You only get one choice. And they score them so much better. Like, they get so many more points over here. So Chris Paddock at 8-9, just an amazing matchup. He's just priced way too low. He's way cheaper over here than he is over on DK. So I definitely like going ahead and spending that money for Chris Paddock because none of the other pitchers really seem comfortable to me. Next up, Ozzie Albies at 3-1 seems too cheap against a lefty. He's proven also the same kind of thing with Donaldson is he mashes lefties, okay? He mashes lefties. He's not nearly as good against righties as he is lefties. Corbin is not a pushover type of pitcher, but this Braves team is pesky. They walk a lot. They don't strike out much, and Albies mashes lefties. I can see him doing very well at 3-1. And then we got some guys in Coors. Corey Seager is only 3-5 on FanDuel. I don't really need to explain this much. You're getting exposure to Coors with a solid bat, lefty-righty matchup in Coors. Love it at 3-5. David Dahl is also too cheap at only 3-4 at home in Coors, lefty-righty matchup. And then Verdugo, lefty-righty matchup against John Gray at 3-1. And those are the guys I like over here. Paddock, Albies, Seager, Dahl, and Verdugo. Thank you guys for joining me as always. Come join me on the live show at 3 p.m. Central on my YouTube channel right here. Hit the little notification bell down below next to subscribe so it lets you know when I go live. Come hang out, ask all your questions, and let's get this money, man. Let's sweep this week. Greenlight DFS.